President Trump is going to, we're going to cover it live tonight from 10 to midnight. Posobiec, Solomon, the entire RAF crew. We're going to have Thayer and others. We just had testimony today, the CIA about the lab. You know about the lab. You've been hammering it for years. You saw where now John Solomon's breaking. They broke into 18 to 24 state databases for voter registration to change the thing on the 2020 election. And now you got a mayor. And the mayor is admitted that she's a spy for the Chinese Communist Party. And my understanding, there's going to be thousands more that come out. Given all that, how can we even have a discussion talking about trade when we got to get through, hey, what you're doing to us in this war that you have against the United States of America, sir?
Well, I think the president goes to China with a strong hand. So I'm chairman of Cybersecurity for Homeland, also includes AI. And, when I get the classified briefings, I get the types of classified briefings that most members of Congress don't get. And what I can tell you is China attacks us every single day. There's another war that's taking place. It's that unseen war, and it's in the cyber sphere. And China is trying to attack and steal. They steal intellectual property. And so the president is able to go to China, and we know, we've caught them red-handed. And so, at the end of the day, there's an economic component to it. When you look at oil, when you look at the war in Iran, there's a lot to unpack there. But at the end of the day, they are another global power. They're not as great as America, but they want to be. They want to take us out, quite frankly. And the president knows that. He understands that. And so, the president is a shrewd negotiator, art of the deal, and he'll be there arguing, and quite frankly, on behalf of the American people.
You're saying from the briefings you got, these are daily cyber attacks.
Every day, all day. Absolutely. We have to lead from a position of strength, and they need to understand if you want access to our markets, we have access to yours. They need to understand that if you steal our IP, there's going to be a consequence. There's an example where China hacked a European auto manufacturer. They stole their intellectual property. They used it in their cars, BYD. They put malicious software in that European manufacturer's car, set them back a year. And so this is how China operates. And if you play that game with us, we are going to come. There's going to be a payback. There's going to be retribution in the same way. If Mexico were to launch a mortar into Texas, there's going to be a response. China needs to understand if you hack our companies, if you steal our IP, we're tired of the nonsense. We're playing for keeps, and we're going to come back at you.
Congressman, you chair the subcommittee on cyber. Given AI, what we've heard of Anthropic and the Mythos preview, and now we heard Google talking about a AI cyber attack. Are you more optimistic or less optimistic that we can get our hands around this thing with AI and these cyber attacks, sir?
Well, AI is an incredible tool. And just for your audience to understand, the United States of America, we are the dominant predator across all landscapes. So air, sea, cyber, space, we own it all. But that being said, AI is something that can change that dynamic quickly. And, in my role, I've had the opportunity to use kind of a jailbroken or unrestricted AI. And I was able to get it to help me construct a bomb, quite frankly. It even told me how to make a detonation device, how I should transport it. So it can also be used for very dangerous ways and means. And so we need to put up guardrails to keep Americans safe. But we also need to understand that China's not going to put up those guardrails. They're pushing forward because they want to beat us in quantum computing, and they want us to beat us as far as the agents and their capability for artificial intelligence. And so we're in a new arms race. So before with Russia, it was nukes. Who had the most nukes? Who had the fastest missiles? This new arms race is over cyber, AI, and over, of course, computing power. And so we need to understand that China is our adversary. They don't play fair, and we need to understand that in any negotiation, in any relationship that we have with China, that they cheat and they will steal.